How did you become such a beast? Bernardo, uh, that's a good and a tough question. Um, how can I say this? I just saw what everyone was just saw what everyone else was doing, and I put a post up on my Twitter, earlier, and I was saying difference between retail traders and an institutional mindset traders. Not saying I'm an institutional trader, but I have the mindset. And I said in the tweet, I think I put it on Instagram as well. Let me read it back to you. And I think this will help a lot of you guys right now. So the difference between an institutional investor, here's the questions that they're going to ask themselves, and retail traders. What's my cost and how can I manage downside risk? For a retail trader, and this is a mindset thing, retail trader is going to say 250 down on a 500 to 1, which is a standard lot. How many pips can I make? And the question I said was, do you see the gap? Now, what you should have got out of that is that if you look at it from an investor standpoint, they don't ask how much they're going to make, because that's the whole purpose of investing, is to make money. So we understand that. So what's my cost? How can I manage my risk? And the reason how I think, you know, I became so good at it is because I focused on the risk side of things. And I never focus on how much I'm going to make, because when people say, how much can they make in the markets, they make it seem like the Forex market is the only way to make money, you know? And I don't look at this as the only way to make money. Yes, I make a good amount of money in this, but it's not the only way. So, I don't put so much focus on it. And when I do focus on it, the first question is, what's my cost? How can I manage my risk? And that goes back into volatility. And once I tell people all the time, once you grasp the concept of volatility and you put that first, that's how you become great at this market. Because for those who just came in, look at the beginning of this video. You'll see what I'm doing to actually break down the opportunity for Australia. And what was the first thing that I do? Volatility. Okay, where is volatility? Because once I know volatility is low, I can now position myself, manage my margin, right? And guess what? Those pairs that I told you guys, the broker's going to pay me. So as I paid to get in those positions, what am I focusing on? Okay, let me get my interest payments back. So eventually, the longer I hold these positions, they become free. So so when I say that, you see my mindset. Not one time within that statement I said, how much money am I going to make, or how much pips am I going to earn? I'm thinking, okay, if I'm putting up margin to get into a position, I want to slowly get it back. If I'm putting up $200 or whatever the case is, I want to slowly get that back through interest spreads in low volatile environments. Now, when the volatility increases, well, guess what? Then I can play like everyone else plays. I can pull the 100 pips out. And, I could do that in a high volatile environment, make the 100 pips and just turn off everything and go about my day, because I know that's not my style of trading. Now, when volatility gets low, I'm in front of my screen. I'm saying, okay, how can I make my money and reduce my costs as we go? So it's really a mindset thing, to answer your question, Bernardo. It's really how you really look at yourself in the markets. Some people wake up and just think this is a joke. Okay, support resistance and try to make 50 pips. They think it's a joke. It's not a joke. So if you change your mindset towards it and say, okay, where's the environment? Then without the environment, you can't find the confidence. So for those who just came in the room, look at the beginning of this video till now, and you'll see what I'm doing from start to end to try to find the confidence in saying, okay, let's look for Aussie long. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And once you keep that concept over time, you become great at it. You start to look past of saying, okay, well, how much pips, or can I make 20 pips today? And And I just like doing things different from what everybody else does, And a lot of people are doing the same thing. Are they finding success? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because the reason why I can say that is I've been down that same road. Everybody will show you the win, 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 but they won't show you the loss, 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 loss. Because it happens. It does happen, especially for those traders who trade that way. I have positions that I'm holding for. Today is my 37th day. So it's like I don't have to go through that experience of saying, okay, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Just hold and just get paid every day. iPhone said wasted 2.5 years being a retail trader. Yeah, eventually you will find out that you are wasting your time, because 2 years down the road, you know what you're gonna realize? You realize you wasted it, but you realize, man, I've been doing the same process over and over, and I'm at square one still. And it feels better, guys. It feels so much better to where, let's say you get into volatility is extremely high and it's going to float down because that's the way it works. And you get into a position where it's volatility adjusted and you're holding that position, for days and weeks. It feels better. That is how you feel confidence. You're like, man, I'm holding a position for 40 days. No one could stop you. It doesn't matter how much money that a day trader is going through daily. They could be going through $1,000 today, lose 500 tomorrow, make 250 the next day, make 1,000, and you could just be holding 2 grand over 3 days, and you're more at peace than that day trader, and you only have $2,000 because he's going through the motions, the waves, losing, gaining, and one trade could wipe him all out. While 40 days later, you're sitting at $2,500. So it's really like the rabbit and the turtle race. Jason says so many companies boast 250,000